Hey guys, so I am here with Mr. Puck Santana, and just wanted to sit and chat with you guys as I am going to change his clothes out. I kept him swaddled. Let's see. I kept him swaddled in this blanket like this because that way when I go to pick him up, he's warm and he's not like ice cold. So this is how he slept in his bed. Yeah. So anyway, I been looking at a lot of babies that's going up for sale and talking to a lot of friends that, you know, are like searching for a new baby, particularly silicone babies. And I just want to say that the search for a baby can be exhausting, but it can be fun too, if you don't, you know, get so frustrated when there's one you like that maybe you can't afford, or it's already sold out, or this and other. A lot of times what I found is that a lot of people waste a lot of money when they're looking for something for like the first time, or you know, just in general, because what happens is we rush into a purchase. Like, we see something, we like it, and we automatically just go for it. We don't take the time to research it or make sure that that's something that we really want. Is it just that, you know, we see it and then, you know, are we gonna like it the next day? Or is it just that rush of the first time seeing, like, oh my God, that's amazing type deal. Another thing, how we end up wasting money is we see somebody else with something and we want what they got because it looks so good when they have it. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, sometimes that's how you get to determine if it's something that you really like, if you follow me. Like, for instance, if I see a, let's just say Laura Tuza Ross baby that I like, and I know that ABC Dolls have one on her channel, I may go watch, you know, that channel to watch the baby and see the movement and see, you know, when she do the outfit changes, like, do I really, you know, like the sculpt, you know, like what all do I really like about the sculpt, or is it going to be one of those ones where it's going to be like, I only like the face, or I only like the limbs, you know. So I look at all that when I'm looking for a baby to eliminate myself wasting money, because I've done that already tons of times. I've wasted money buying on impulse. I also set limits for myself. I also will only pay a certain amount of money on, I don't have like one set price. Like, I'm like, it's not like I'll only pay $3,000 for any particular doll. It's not like that. It may be, okay, if this doll only has this, and this, I'm only going to pay this amount. If this doll has this, and this, I'll pay up to this amount. If this doll have this, then I'll pay, you know. It's just, it's a crazy personal formula that I use for myself. I can't share it here because you wouldn't even understand it if I tried. But I feel like a lot of people do lose a lot of money, you know, that way, riding the hype instead of, you know, going off of their personal preference, things that you personally like for yourself. What today is? Thursday, right? I think it was something about booties on Thursday. He had on his booties, but he's gonna take them off. You know, for instance, with Pup, I knew going in that he's a kid, so I know that there's gonna be at least, versus like a typical edition of silicone babies usually be pretty small, around 5 to maybe 8. 8 being big, maybe 5 to 6 usually. But with a kit, you know, it's usually a lot more. So it can be gosh, anywhere from 10 to 30, you know, when you're dealing with kids. Usually with full bodies it's a little bit less. But me personally, I won't pay as much for a kit versus an addition, because the rear part is kind of gone. The smaller the addition is, the more I'll pay for it. And then like for Puck, you know, although I think Lillian sculpting is just as good as Claire's, I know that she doesn't have the features in the doll. Like, she doesn't have the, it's not the cuddly core and stuff like that. So I know that going in, so I'm like, I'm not gonna pay, you know, more money. So I knew what I know what I'm gonna get into as I'm going. That way I don't have buyer's remorse. But you know, I see a lot of people like running, just because they, oh, I want my first silicone, so I'm just gonna, you know, dive in the first one I see, I'm gonna get it, you know. And when you do that, you end up losing money, because I can promise you that if you don't take your time and choose carefully, you're gonna find yourself with something that you're really not gonna appreciate in person, because these dolls are very hard to shop for. Now a lot of people may consider it's still a lot for what we pay for, even, you know, a kit or whatever. But I guess it's just gonna depend on the baby itself. Like, I literally been watching Lillian for Breville work for at least 4 years. At least 4 years. And I waited. There was things about the sculpting that I didn't care for. I didn't like the old body style. So once that changed, I was excited about that. Then I found a face that I liked. So it's like, you know, patience, you know. So I liked Puck Face when I saw him, and I was okay with the body style. I liked the body style, so I was like, okay. So that was how I did that. I'm gonna change blankets too to match his little clothes, by the way. But yeah, I'm petty like that. But anyway, I'm just rambling and telling you guys how I think about, you know, a lot of stuff, because I got a lot of messages like when different babies come up for sale. I get a lot of messages, like people assuming that I'm going after it, because I think you guys pretty much kind of know my taste by now. But one thing I'll tell you guys that I think people miss with me, I'm not a name brand type person. Like, I don't buy just because of the name. Like, I don't like, gosh, I brush my hair before I oh my god, that like grossed me out just then. I brushed my hair before I sat down here, and when I laid him on my chest, he's got like, he had like 3 long pieces of hair, of my hair on him, but they're off. Oh my god, that freaked me out. I guess I didn't realize my hair was shedding. Anyway, but yeah, I don't like I don't just buy a doll just because of the name brand, just because of who made it. I am very particular and what I like. So some, you know, even though I like have my favorite artists and my favorite sculptors and stuff like that, I don't like every single doll that they make. So I don't go that way. Plus, I'm not really like running after every doll anymore like I used to. One reason is that I don't feel like I should be doing that financially, and the other reason is that I really feel like I am like not taking the time to enjoy. You know, I'll get a new baby and I'm already looking for the next thing. And it's like T. Chambers was talking, you know, basically about, you know, enjoying life. It's like you have this hobby, but you make it stressful when you do that. Like, you're not taking the time to enjoy one doll because you're already, as soon as you get that one, it's like, okay, master that one. Let me see what other one I can drive myself crazy trying to get, you know. It's really not worth the stress. Like, you don't really get to enjoy them like you would other ones. Like you just, it's constantly, I'm just looking, I was seeing that his skin was kind of wrinkling there, and I was like, it's pretty cool. And I do love that he still wrinkles, although he's not Claire's special mix. And when I say Claire's special mix, I don't know how she does everything, but all of her silicone is like soft platinum silicone. But it's like with the babies that are not kits that she does, like even if it don't have the squishy tummy, it's like firmer up here and softer in the, you know, tummy, and then it's like different places are softer and firmer where it need to be. Now he does have a soft spot, but yeah, it's a different like variations of softness, but the silicone itself still feels, you know, the same, and it's still soft and high quality. So I know a lot of people get confused on that as well. I didn't want to come on and sound like I was like being a know-it-all or trying to teach you guys anything, but sometimes I see stuff and it's just like, whoa. I don't want to get too specific because I'm trying not to make anyone feel any type of way. But I just thought I would say that I know there's a lot of collectors out here that buy to keep up with, you know, the fashion, or what's, you know, what's new, what so and so got on their channel. But that's not my particular style. I only buy babies that I absolutely adore. Rather, I adore them for the moment and then later decide that I want something different. Or if I think I adore them and then get them home and then don't really adore them as much, initially the reason why I buy them is because I adore them. Simply because of that. And Puck has like really opened me up to thinking of exploring even more options, because I didn't realize that I would be able to enjoy him as much as I would, you know, my number one babies, which is Claritella babies. And that is not to minimize like babies on the level of Claritella and, you know, Roman striatum and all that. It's not to say that they're not worth the money, because they're definitely worth it. It's just to say that I can do without and still be very happy. So I'm just still kind of shocked at that, because I've avoided it for so long because I was afraid that I would feel like I was downgrading if I went to something else. But I'll talk about that in another video because I don't want to make this one too long. So if you guys want to hear a little bit more and me get a little bit deeper, stay tuned and I'll come back for another video. I'll finish getting him together there. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe, click the thumbs up, and leave me a comment below. Bye bye.